I was looking for a skateboard to cure my crippling depression and midlife crisis. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be like a really cool skateboarder. You know, the guys who like kickflip over homeless people, tray flip over whores, acquire questionable the type of like you know you shouldn't taste test, but you will. The type of where like you look down at your balls and you're like, where the that bump come from? You know, that type of life, that type of. But instead of living that cool, lavish life in rehab with herpes, I tear my ACL. And let me say something that really bothers me about that surgery for your ACL. They make you take off your panties, right? And they're working on your knee. Why do you gotta see my fucking balls? And the thing is too, the nurses get super, and I mean super curious about your penis, which is fine. I would have to look too, but it's like, it hurts when they look down and they're like, eh. And that right there is what my penis and Skate 4 have in common. They can be they can be a lot better. So how about that? Me and you, we LARP as the EA guys. No schmuck required. We make our dream game, and then after a while, we make our dream penis. All right, yeah, I'm back, guys. I had to put on a hood. My titties were out, and I didn't feel comfortable. But anyway, what do you guys know about the Flick It system? The Flick It system, to me, has been, like, the best thing about skate, like, all the skates. Like, it's an ingenious thing to do. I love it, and if I had a girlfriend, she would love it, too. Just imagine, right? You putting on a clinic on the bean. You harassing the bean, right? You kickflip on the bean. She screams, go tray flip, go tray flip. You go pop shove it. She says, go tray flip. And then it builds up until you're not skating no more. You're surfing. So yeah, that's the Flick system. The Flick system, the ladies love it. It makes you feel like Superman. It's just good all the way around. But the thing is, it needs like more to it. It's been the same since like Skate 1. The thing is, EA does this thing where they add all these useless mechanics to Madden every single year. Eventually, we're gonna get to like tush push mechanics where you fist your QB's butt into the end zone. Give it to the tight end. Oh, I will. Now, before we even try to upgrade the Flick It mechanic, we have to go through the many stances of skateboarding, right? So now, your skateboard comes with a nose to inhale substances and a tail to hide those substances, if you know what I'm saying. Now, you have your regular stance, which is your left foot forward and your right foot back. And then you have your goofy stance, which is your right foot forward and your left foot back. Goofy here doesn't mean slightly retarded. That's what we call Mongo. And what Mongo is when you push with your front foot. A nollie or nollie stance is when your front foot is on the nose of your board. Now that brings us to switch stance. Switch stance is just opposite of your natural stance. So if you're regular stance, but you go into goofy stance, that's switch stance. And then fakey stance is just you in switch stance, but in nollie stance, which is a lot easier because that's technically your natural stance. If none of that makes sense, it's like acting black compared to doing blackface. One's a lot easier to pull off. My point is that stances should matter. There should be a reason why they let you choose which stance you are. If you're regular footed, you should flick with the right stick, and if you're goofy footed, you should flick with the left stick. It's a way to actually pay attention to the game. Did I do a kickflip 180? Okay, now I'm in switch stance, so now I have to switch around how I flick my tricks. It's just a cool way to make the game more challenging, more rewarding, and more intricate. Now you're probably wondering how will we perform nollies, right? So I think this is how it should be. If you're regular footed, right, you would flick with the right stick. I think for nollie, you would start the trick off by setting it up with the right stick. So you would hit up like on the stick, and then that puts you in nollie stance, and then you would use the opposite stick to flick it. And I think that would be cool. Again, the point is to make the gameplay more dynamic, more challenging, more rewarding. Now, part of being a cool skateboarder is smashing 1,000 women unprotected. But it's not just about the STDs. You also got to catch your tricks. That's why I want L3 and R3 to catch your board for you. So, for example, if you're doing a kickflip in the current skate, you would do the kickflip, let go of the stick, and then boom, you land it. But instead, what I want you to watch the board flip. You know, so, okay, it flipped twice, I'm gonna land it now. That's a double kickflip, you know? Or it's gonna flip once, that's a kickflip. Or, imagine this, right? You can flip it decide to catch it early and then you land it in Primo. Primo is a real skate trick that's not in skate today that Rodney Mullen used to always do. And it's like landing on the wheels. It looks fucking sick. Or you can do a dark slat, which sounds racist. It's not. It sounds like black people robbing a store. It's not. And then you also have the Casper stall. And there's just so many cool ways to actually land your board. And I wish it was in the new skate today, but we're gonna put it in our skate today. Yeah, I just think these changes make for a more dynamic, more rewarding, more challenging game, you know? And not just those things, but it also makes it a more creative game. I know now we can climb up buildings like Assassin's Creed and we can fly through the sky, but that's not being a skateboarder. I'm playing skate, not Evel Knievel's Butt Blast 4 or whatever the fuck. I just want to feel like I'm doing tricks, feel like I'm a skateboarder. Now you might be asking, well, what about all the Mongo pushers? No worries, we will have an accessibility mode. Now you're probably saying to yourself, is skateboarding really just about sex and drugs? And no, of course not. It's also about the money for your sex and drugs. And that's why I want the My Skater campaign, a mode where you can make money so you can spend it on whatever vice you want. You're a skateboarder, you break bones every day. What's a few crippling addictions? What I want for this mode is sponsorships, and I'm not talking AA. I'm talking skateboard brands, shoe brands, wheel brands, any type of brand you can imagine. How cool would it be to see your character dripped out from head to toe to foreskin? This is a cool way to actually progress through the game with your character. You get more sponsorships, you get more clothes, you get more skateboards, more types of wheels, more bearings, more trucks, etc., etc. And also, it's a cool way for EA to show all the different companies that are involved in skateboarding. And maybe we can use these brands and sponsorships to show other players that I am sick. I'm super good at the game. If we can't use STDs as a badge of honor, why not the brands? Why not the sponsorships? Show the players that I am the best skateboarder around. I think a My Skater campaign and a strong social network serves for like a solid foundation for the game. Makes players actually work towards something cool, you know, and it gives them a way to show off. So now I bet you're wondering, well, how the fuck do skateboarders even get sponsored? And to that I say, skateboarders and sex workers aren't that different. They both worry their families, they both do things that are considered sick and radical. And I don't care what anyone says, taking yards of dick is a stunt too. And so what do sex workers do? They record and record until someone showers them with their love. In Skate 4, in the My Skater campaign, we should be able to make our own skate videos with like the music that they provide for us. And then also we should be able to extensively edit those videos. Back in the day and even today, skaters, they put together their skate videos, their skate parts, and then companies sponsored them off of that. So it would be cool for that to happen in the game as well. Something that creates like an end game for you as the player. I think this is just a cool way to show off your creativity and also to bond with like the community. We can all come together maybe once a month. Who has the best skate vids? Or we can just look at the gallery of skate vids a player might have. That would be really cool and fun. The thing that I have an issue with though is that Skate has a video editor. It just sucks. It's really bad. I don't like it. There's no like filters. There's no extensive editing. You know, they could have done something insanely special with it and they just didn't. Speaking on that social aspect, I also think that once a week, EA should hold competitions, maybe like every Friday, call it Freak Off Friday, where we compete to see who can score the most points. And they have something like that where like someone can put down a totem and then anyone can join and play like that, but there's no point to it. There's no like reason to do it. It's just like, all right, whatever, I did the easy ass flip tricks that they gave me. What now? I guess what I'm asking for is for them to host something like the X Games, something that people can like actually practice at and train at. And then, you know, again, it's something that can be like an end game for the game so it doesn't get stale. And also too, these guys are retarded. we have a game called Skate, and for some weird reason, I can't walk up to someone and play Skate. For people who don't know, Skate is pretty much horse, but for skateboarders. Let's say I do a hill flip, I'll be like, okay, now you. If you miss that hill flip, that's S, and then it goes all the way up to E. That I don't know why they don't have it. Also, too, they should have a goddamn proximity chat. I think we should take even more notes from the sex workers and have a camera cuck. Someone who follows us around and watches us do all the sick and radical things that we do from day to day. It happens in real life, and I don't know why it can't happen here. It also builds on that social aspect. If you can have a friend be like, hey, capture me doing this trick in this unique angle or this unique spot. You know, something that really, again, builds on being unique, being creative. That's what all this is for. Being unique, being creative, and being social too. Playing the game with other players who want to be sex addicted, drug addict skateboarders. To understand what Skate 4 was missing, I had to actually go out into the world and live that life. Sure, my knee doesn't work, but my nose does. And you know what? I feel great. I feel a little cool. I feel a little fresh, actually. Yeah, I just learned so many new things and tried different things too. I used different narcotics, and I even used a glory hole. Now, to be fair, I was a little confused on the glory hole thing. I thought I was supposed to put my face there, and then a woman squeezes her pussy in, and that's not what happened at all. So yeah, I was mistaken, and it's not like nothing happened. Like no one pushed her penis to my lips or nothing like that. And for real, seriously, no one did that. And honestly, I don't think that's not something you should make fun of. That's not it's serious. And now for real, I'm upset and I'm going through withdrawals. I got the shakes, and how about we just continue with the video? How about that? I guess first things first is that I just want a busier world with more people. You know, we have the same variants of crackhead, it's the same 4 or 5 variants of crackheads just roaming around, and they don't help me none. They don't share at all. So good riddance to them. I don't want to see them no more. Then that's fine. And then we got to talk about security guards too. Like in old skate videos, and even when I was skating, a security guard would interrupt you while you try to do your lines. Did somebody say lines? Now, the skateboarders, there's 2 very important types of lines, but we're talking about the skating. Woo! Now, this is where I think a cool, day and night cycle could come in, with actual time, right? So let's say it's a security guard, right? He's there, he's saying, yo, you can't skateboard. Then you have the choice of backing off or fighting him, right? If you want to back off, right? Let's say he gets off at 6 p.m. Then at 6 p.m. in the world, then you can skate that spot. Then you can complete your line to actually finish your sponsor me video or the part for your sponsor me video. I think that'd be really cool. And also too, not just security guards, but they have all these crackheads who don't share. They could actually interrupt you too. And it's like, oh, that's Crazy Willie there. I don't want to go there at 8 p.m. Let's go there a little bit earlier, or a Karen. Oh, we can't skate in the morning because the Karens are fucking everything up. So that would be, I think, a really cool idea to be in the world, to have an actual day and night cycle. So you can challenge yourself, pay attention to the times and stuff, and then just have more content in the game. God, yes. The challenge can also be there for when this person or the security guard, he starts at let's say 4 p.m. So I have a time limit now to finish my lines, finish my set, finish recording my video. Again, I keep saying it, but in-depth, interactive and very challenging, or challenging enough. Something that you can actually brag about. Oh man. All right. That was good. That was nice. I think too that pedestrians should cheer you on as the skater, it shouldn't just be opposition. It should be some people who are just kids or old ladies, and they're like, yeah, that was so cool that you did that trick down the stairs. I think that's pretty damn cool. I think I would want that in the game too, because it adds life to the world. It adds detail to the world, And how come I can't bomb down hills? Now, for people who don't know, bombing down hills is just going up a humongous hill as a skateboarder and just riding down it and carving down it. It's like surfing, but on a skateboard. It's like a huge part of skating, and they didn't put it in the game at all. You know, that would be cool. And then two, having like a whole like social thing where you can get your friends together and have, or even EA throws an event towards like everyone bombs down this hill. That would be so nice. Same with like the skate sessions with like everyone kind of like, getting banged up. We should have stuff like that too. Like just to build the world, build the community, and also just build the fun in the game. So right there are my brilliant, ingenious ideas. Now, I didn't mention the graphics because we all have eyes, right? The game looks like dog shit, so there's no even point of bringing up the graphics at all. But I gotta say, this whole like experiment of living like a skater, doing drugs and having sex with millions of women, it's for me, it's not worth it. What I think I miss the most about skateboarding is doing the tricks, doing the hard, challenging things, when you're out there for like hours and then you finally get that trick, you finally do that line, you finally clear that gap. And I think that's the main thing that skateboard's missing. It has no like soul or anything. There's no challenge or anything. There's no community or anything. Yeah, you can talk to people, but it's like, what the fuck are we what can we talk about? It's just there's not like anything special about the game or anything really special to do. And that's why I think the shit that I've listed is a great game, and I think that's how, if they wanted to really fix the game, that's how they can fix it. They're not, but we can all dream. So I mean, that's it for me. To leave in the comments how you guys would make like y'all's like dream skate game. What girls would you guys have sex with? What drugs would you do? How would you change the game to be like a cool skate game, something worth playing? Leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching. I love you so much. Bye.